Hi, Patreon supporters. It's Jackson Crawford, obviously, again. This is a big announcement because many of you have been requesting for a long time a standalone edition of Havamal. And I'm happy to announce that as of September, I will be publishing with Hackett a surprise new standalone edition of Havamal. This will include not only my quote-unquote normal English translation, as well as my cowboy translation, but also the full Old Norse text, newly and exclusively edited by me after a extensive long look at the Codex Regius manuscript. This will be a little bit different from other editions of the Poetic Edda or of Havamal that you might have seen in books or online before, because I'm also including where the runes come up that are sometimes used in Havamal as abbreviations for common words. This book will also include a couple exclusive things that you've seen on Patreon before, perhaps, like my translations of Eriksmal and Håkonarmal and Darðarljóð, as well as the sacrifice scene from Gahtreks Saga, all of which shed important light on Odin but aren't included in the Poetic Edda. So this book, called The Wanderer's Havamal, that was actually Stella's suggestion, will be out in September, and I'm very happy about that. So thank you for continuing to push for something like this, which initially I didn't think would be a possibility, but Hackett is behind me on this. So I will be finishing that by Friday. That is actually my deadline. So that's a little bit extreme, especially since I have the other two books to work on, but I'm feeling good about it. In the meantime, we're gonna make a couple changes around Patreon. One thing that has been a source of complaint from several of you has been the use of Discord live chats for making translation requests. Well, I've heard you on that, and since I just don't have the time to be online often enough to do a lot of those live chats, I'm gonna move, I'm gonna try something new. So from now on, or well, here's the current system. If you email Stella at admin@jacksonwcrawford.com with your request, I will then get a weekly digest of those requests from Stella, and then I will make a post on Patreon with that week's translation requests. Please keep these requests to reasonable lengths as before. I mean, nothing has changed about that. I'm not gonna translate a book for you, but you know, if you keep it to a few words, phrase, you know, very short poems, a stanza, something like that, that's usually doable on a monthly or so basis. So I'll post a weekly digest of those translation requests. And by the way, even if you're making those longer translation requests with Stella, feel free to continue to use Patreon's message system to request words of the day from me, as I'll continue to post those on days when I'm online. You know, I know a lot of people just want one word or something, so feel free to do that as a word of the day request. So since we're not going to be doing translation requests on Discord, and since Discord has been pretty dead lately, we're also just going to discontinue Discord. It takes too much time for me and Stella to try to maintain that when, you know, there's so many other things that require our attention. But that doesn't mean that live chats are going to be a thing of the past. What I'm going to do is actually move to YouTube to do those live chats, but I'll do them as Patreon exclusive. So I'll actually do a video chat with you at, you know, not at regular times. I can't predict my schedule that well over the next couple months, but now and then I'll find a time to do that, and I'll basically chat with you from my office or wherever else I can get internet access for a little while to do those. So we'll close it down in about a week, so you have a little bit of time if you need to get somebody's contact information or something. But don't forget that Patreon also has other ways to maintain community. You can make posts on Patreon if you use the community feature, and I encourage other people to look at other people's posts, because you can continue to discuss with other people whatever questions you might have. So hopefully this actually helps us move toward a more efficient system, a more efficient use of my time and Stella's time, because both of us have a lot of projects up in the air right now. And I hope you're as excited as I am about the Wanderer's Havamal, and I'll see you folks soon. For now, from beautiful Colorado, I'm wishing you all the best.